Lani Armujica, and for today, I am going to demonstrate one of the best mental type of game that everyone loves.
The history of Sudoku dates back to an 18th century Swiss mathematician game called Latin squares, and some of the first number puzzles to appear in newspapers were published in France in 1895. The puzzle was known as number play since it involved placing individual numbers into empty spots on a 9x9 grid. This is how Sudoku puzzle looks like. In playing Sudoku, you will need a Sudoku puzzle, a pen or pencil if it is not a video game.
So what are the steps in playing Sudoku? First, know the Sudoku grid. Every Sudoku puzzle involves a 9x9 grid of squares subdivided into 3x3 boxes.
In total, there are 81 squares on a Sudoku grid, and when the puzzle is completed, each square will contain exactly one number.
For second step, know the Sudoku rules.
Every square has to contain a single number. Only the numbers from 1 to 9 can be used. Each 3x3 box can only contain each number from 1 to 9 once. Each horizontal row can only contain each number from 1 to 9 once.
Once the Sudoku puzzle is solved, this means that every row, column, and 3x3 box will contain every number from 1 to 9 exactly once. Step number 3. Find squares that can only be one number.
Based on how difficult the puzzle is, these numbers will lack in specific numbers, that is, squares where only one number can go without breaking any rules. For instance, only the number 2 can go into the square highlighted below. The numbers 1, 8, and 9 cannot fit into the highlighted square as these numbers already appear in the box. The numbers 3 and 5 cannot fit as they already appear in the same column as the highlighted square. Lastly, the numbers 4, 6, and 7 cannot fit as they already appear in the same row as the highlighted square.
Step number 4. As you start filling in squares that can only be one number, you will be adding more numbers to the grid, which you start to help lock in additional numbers to additional squares.
For instance, when we added a 2 to the bottom left 9x9 box in step 3, we also revealed the location that the 2 in the top left box must appear in the bottom right cell. This is because the 2 we added in step 3 rules out the 2 from appearing in the middle column of the box. Likewise, the 2 given 2's in top, middle, and right boxes also rule out the first 2 rows of the top left box from containing a 2 number.
Step number 5. Pencil in candidate.
When you get to this stage, it's time to start penciling in possible candidates for various cells. This is where you use the small pencil marks to list all the possible numbers a cell could contain based on the information you currently have. The existing 4s in the grid have ruled out all of the cells in the 3 left boxes, except for the ones we've added pencil marked 4s to as highlighted below. Looking at these possible locations for the 4s in these 3 boxes, you might have already noticed that there is only one possible location in column 3.
Step number 6. Repeat the process until you have solved the puzzle.
Sudoku rules are relatively uncomplicated, but the game is infinitely varied, with millions of possible number combinations and a wide range of levels of difficulty. But it is all based on the simple principles of using numbers 1 to 9, filling in the blank spaces based on deductive reasoning, and never repeating any numbers within each square, row, or column.
As long as people love to test their brains with a fun fun and challenge of logic puzzles, Sudoku will be a popular and beloved part of millions of people's everyday lives around the world. Once again, this is Lenny Muica loving the saying, numbers aren't confusing, it is more fun and interesting.